Hey, so I guess that it's that time of the day for me. So, well, if you're wondering what time that would be, the time that I try to talk, with someone else, but it's really just, yeah, it's really just talking to my phone, just talking with my phone. So it's that time of the day. So talking to my phone, well, just about anything, just hoping to improve, my communication skills. So the great thing about this is that, we're trying to communicate with a mental framework. So it's hard to receive feedback from whatever it is that I'm doing. So I don't really know if I'm doing it right or wrong. But, even though that is the case, we should still keep on doing whatever it is that we are doing. So we should never stop talking and all of that stuff. So really, this content is really just about me talking about myself. So I don't think that it would be something that people would enjoy. So I think I should consider, focusing on the title because really that's what people are gonna reply to, right? So people come under the title. Like you see a title and then you argue with the title, because I saw someone on YouTube and he does just that, he gets my attention on his titles and it's a title that makes me want to participate in arguments and all of that stuff. And so, I guess, you know, that is what I want. So, what I want is, to have discussions, to have interesting conversations with other people. But I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, which makes me question what exactly is the point of all of this. So, even if I were to make this, activity as a business, so whatever I am doing right now, so even if I am able to make a business out of just creating videos and talking about all of those stuff, creating a business is one thing. Okay, ma. So I guess I'm not gonna end the talk there. So my mother just called. So well, anyways, continue with as I was saying. So what did I say again? So well, I was talking about the you know, dang it, I lost myself here. So it's all right. So what I talked about was, I'm pretty sure it was about, I talked something about business. So yeah, I remember now. So even if I were to create a business out of what I'm doing here, so just talking in front of a camera and hoping to, make some money off of it, it's not really a guarantee. A business is one thing, but profits are another matter. Income is another matter. So starting a business is easy, starting a business. So you just put up some capital, you buy something. Selling is what is difficult. So actually getting profits, actually getting income, that is the difficult part. And that is the part where we haven't really been able to figure out yet. So how do we view sales? How should I view sales and business? So I guess I'm just gonna talk about this every day until, I get the feedback that I am looking for. So I guess that's really what we are hoping on these videos, right? So with these videos, this is really just one big essay, a long essay. And I think that I should look at it like that. You know, with my videos, I look at it as a sort of compilation of my thoughts and all those things. So I look at it as a compilation instead of just a single paragraph. However, this video is a single paragraph. It is supposed to be a single paragraph. And who wants to, you know, read long paragraphs, right? Unless the person is really interesting to talk with. So I don't think that we are that interesting to talk with. And I don't really know if I am really good with long paragraphs. So I think that, this is where we fail. But I'm glad that I realized this. I'm glad that I realized, something from this talk. And that is exactly why we are hoping to make it big with this, because we keep on doing this because there is something to be learned. There is something that we can learn from this video, these things that we are making. Although we aren't really getting any returns as of the moment, we are learning a lot of things. We are experiencing a lot of things. So it is unfortunate that it is not the kind of experience, one hopes to experience at this age, at the age of 24. So people at that age are hoping to travel around the world, go wherever and, meet a lot of lovers and all of that stuff. So it would be nice to experience all of those things, but how how wrong exactly is what we are experiencing as well? I mean, this isn't so bad. Whatever we are experiencing right now, it isn't so bad. Our situation. So I have a phone, I have an AirPods, I have my own room, I even have my own air conditioner in my room. And when I wake up tomorrow, there's gonna be food on our table. We have, sacks of rice on our kitchen, as a stock. And there are so many meals downstairs. And how could I not be content with that? Am I being brainwashed or something? You know, am I an effect of a propaganda, convinced by a propaganda? Am I part of a system that I don't know about? Essentially, we are being controlled by the advertisements and the culture or the opinions of society. And society has deemed that success is travel around the world and you know all of these amazing experiences outside of your country, and all of these, you meet new people. Those things are good. you know we acknowledge that it is a very wonderful experience to meet new people and hang out with them. But how bad is our situation exactly? So, is my situation, compared to other people's situation, really enough for me to, doubt myself, overthink myself, or, you know, just put myself down for something such as that, right? So even though we aren't experiencing as much as other people, these experiences that I am experiencing right now is enough. It is enough. And I shouldn't be too greedy. So we have the bare necessities, we have food. I have my brothers, I have a sister, and I have a family, my family. Although I don't have my own family, but I am still in a family, which is I have everything that life has to offer. The only thing money, you know, the only thing money is good for is that I don't have to lose them. But that's really, you know, a good thing about money. I am protecting that situation, but, you know, it's something that, maybe I wasn't really meant to keep. These people, these house, all of these things, they aren't mine to keep. So they were meant to, I was meant to lose them all along. And so, but with money, I will be able to try and preserve it. And so I guess that is why we are working so hard. It is because we are trying to preserve our current life. I don't want to lose my current life as well. I want to keep on being happy. I want to keep, you know, having my family around me. I want to keep, you know, all of this fun. I don't want to lose any of this fun. And so, yeah. So I guess that is it for this talk. And I hope that we can produce another interesting talk again. So I'll see you.